We work with one of your close footy mates as well too, in James Graham. He tells a story where you might have slipped down a tunnel a little bit earlier than you should have.
Yeah, he loves his story. He absolutely loves it.
To this day, he's provided me with the most bizarre thing I've ever seen on a rugby league field.
Yeah, look, it was one of those things, it was touch and go, but if you watch the clip, if you actually watch the clip, so what it was I think it was like the siren went and someone put a grubber in from the Titans, and I just scooped it up behind the line and then just sort of headed off to the sideline.
He didn't know this, he threw a deliberate forward pass over the sideline on the 39th minute and 57 seconds. So he throws the ball, runs off into the changing room. The referee's blown he's thought he'd taken the ball over the sideline to put the ball out of play and then go in for half time. Unbeknownst to him, the referee has blown a penalty against the Bulldogs for a deliberate forward pass. My
foot touched the line, so it should have been a flag, right? In end of half. But I've sort of thrown it forward back into the ground, and the ref's played a penalty.
So last roll of the dice before the break. There's the attempted chip and chase. It'll amount to nothing. Well, Josh Reynolds will pick it up, and I think he's going to take the ball into the dressing room with him.
Well, I'm not sure
what on earth's he done here? The touch judge says he was over the sideline before he threw it back in field.
Wow. Yeah.
And a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know the actual ruling, but it was a penalty anyway. But I just started off into the sheds, thinking good half, boys.
So in the meantime, while Josh is sitting there in the changing room, the 12 of us left on the field are dealing with the one play from the Gold Coast Titans. So they've tapped it, they crossfield kick, I think then another crossfield kick. We're all scrambling like mad to shut down this one play while Joshy Reynolds is in the changing room.
And then Jimmy Dimmick's gone, get back out there. I won't say exactly what he said, and I've gone, what do you mean? And mate, the ref blown the penalty, Gold Coast kicked for touch, throwing the ball, so I've run out of the shed, sprinted over the other side, and they passed it back, sprinted back. Thank God we got them. But yeah, it's a bit of a silly moment, but if you watch it, don't worry, I had to go up the touchy. I let him know, but yeah, the ruling should have been touch into touch.
That's Josh for you. Yeah, and I'll, for all the madness that happens and success and failure, that one will stay with me.
What was the spray like when you got in the shed?
I think it was just like I don't think it was a spray. It was just more like, what just happened? Like, you do realise we were just out there I don't think he had any idea, and you can't get too angry at him for long. I think Des had some pretty choice words to say to him after that.
If we're speaking about stories of James Graham, Gold Coast Titans again, I can't remember if it was the same game. I think it was 2014. We weren't going great. We were still seventh, but for we had a fairly good team, so we should have been fairly up the ladder. Last round. The Titans score to draw the game, mind you, so extra time still in play. And then our captain has run in, James Graham, and gone, no, that's it, I'm riding the season off. But here's me, I'm fuming as well because we're losing. But I said, how can you write the season off? We're coming seventh, we're still in the semis. He goes, no, that's it. So then, I think it was Josh Morris, he had to not break us up, but I was just I was very angry that, why would he say that? That's our captain. Can't write it off, as he said. So it's a bit of it was a funny story.
Will Zillman with the left foot snap has kicked it, and the Titans have won.
We ended up losing that game. He was fuming, and I just remember I just couldn't believe it. We were all got our heads down, and our captain, who's meant to be our leader, has gone, no, that's it, write it off. So. We ended up going on a good run, made the grand final. So lucky he didn't fully ride the season off. But yeah, I never let him live that one down because he's meant to be our inspirational leader, and he ripped the season off and we're coming seventh. Fair enough if we're coming 14th or whatever, ride it off next season. But we still had about 3 or 4 games to get to before the GF, and we did. So interesting comment by the great Englishman.